This is Sean, and today I'm reading my first piece titled, Why I Write, Matter and Meaning, Wood and Word. I do not write to entertain. I write to burn away illusion, to restore the crown of self-worth, and to craft meaning where wood meets word, where labor becomes language and truth takes form. Silence before words. Before I trusted words, I trusted silence. The forest was my first classroom. Solitude, my most loyal teacher. The trees whispered secrets. The rivers carved truth. In silence, I met something larger than myself. A presence that revealed the lies of society for what they are. Noise. Maybe you felt it too. The promises of comfort, approval, and success ring hollow. Beneath the surface, something real is calling. Suffering is not punishment. It is an invitation. Solitude is not exile. It is preparation. And my writing is born of that silence. It's not decoration, it's discipline. It is my way of cutting through illusion and naming the patterns that bind and free us. The turning point. From boyhood, I carried panic, depression, and the weight of being told I was broken. By 13, I was medicated for a chemical imbalance I was told would last a lifetime. The pills numbed me, but they also stole me. I played the roles expected: athlete, student, corporate climber. On the outside, success. On the inside, emptiness. The only place I felt whole was in nature. Alone in the woods, I wasn't performing. I was just being. And in that state, I began to see. At 27, my perception cracked open. Healing became possible. I walked away from pharmaceuticals, confronted my fear, and chose to see depression, not as curse, but as teacher. I was free of medication and alive in a new way, possessed by inquiry, lit with hunger for truth. What other lies had I accepted? Since then, I've studied physics, mysticism, psychology, and philosophy, all under the greater question of spirituality. Not to adopt ideology, but to test it. My creed is simple. What is true survives scrutiny. What is false crumbles. Sovereignty is the goal. Why I wait. Patience has been my companion since childhood. I told myself my life was front-loaded with struggle, so the back half could be lived in freedom. That vow steadied me through loneliness and failure. Patience is not passive. It is the ability to hold the line when everything in you wants to break. It is planting seeds without certainty, trusting time and nature to do their work. Writing is one way I practice patience. It is my forge. Every sentence is fire-tested iron. Every page is a mirror that confronts me first. Why I write. I write to remember. I write to resist the anesthesia of modern culture. I write because solitude has taught me lessons that would suffocate if I didn't give them form. I write because silence will not let me rest until I have given voice to what I've been shown. Writing is how I metabolize the paradox of being human, that we are both dust and divinity, fragile and infinite, It is how I hold the tension between a world that seems hell-bent on distraction and the longing in me for presence, meaning, and alignment. I write because I believe wisdom is not meant to be hoarded. It is meant to be lived and shared. Writing is my way of giving back. Wood and word. My life splits into two crafts: the wood I shape with my hands and the words I shape with my mind. Wood resists. It demands precision. Every cut leaves memory, and nothing real can be rushed. Word reveals the unseen. It gives form to love, suffering, sovereignty, and spirit. Both demand honesty. Both demand discipline. Both prove that beauty is born through resistance. The kind that honors nature, says no to temptation, and delays gratification in service to truth. This is why I called this project Wood and Word, because my axis has always turned on labor and language, matter and meaning, body and soul. My hands are calloused, and my pen runs dry as my heart bleeds into my work, my offering to humanity. What I refuse. I will not soften truth to make it palatable. I will not sell anesthesia disguised as inspiration. I will not trade sovereignty for applause. Half-truths enslave. Only the whole thing liberates. An invitation. This is not for everyone. It is for the restless, for men who know they are kings without crowns, for women who sense they are queens without thrones, for seekers who would rather be pierced by truth than confronted by illusion. If you are ready for the discipline of awakening, welcome. Not because I have it all figured out, but so we might make sense of it together. The crown. Every kingdom begins with a crown. Not gold, not jeweled, but invisible. The crown of self-worth. A man without it can build empires and still be hollow. A woman without it can be adored and still feel unseen. I write because the crown must be restored. The crown of sovereignty. The crown of truth lived in action. Internal monarchy equals freedom, self-rulership. External monarchy equals slavery, ruled by others. These words are not quick fixes. They are not spells. They are seeds. And seeds demand patience. Closing. I write because silence will not let me rest. I write to craft matter and meaning, wood and word, into something you can hold. I write because truth is a seed, and language is how I plant it. If you are here, it means you are ready for water. It means you are ready for fire. It means you are ready for rare, undecorated truth. And ultimately, it means you are ready to begin. Thank you for listening. If these words found you, they are yours now. Until next time.